Bitcoin holders, it could be happening. Are we so back? And the moment of it was so over. We found within us a deep, they're so back. Holy cow. What is going on with the markets? Wild rally for Bitcoin today. I want to break down some of the data driving the market right now, discuss what's happening with Bitcoin, discuss what's happening with Ethereum. Got some meme coin updates, lots of stuff going on in today's stream, answering your questions second half of the stream. So let's go ahead and get it. So let's go. First and foremost, what is getting markets excited today? Just in, U.S. stocks soar. VIX tumbles, the volatility index tumbles after better than feared jobs data eases recession fears. Great. These markets, man. Wild volatility this week. Monday, it goes from just wild sell-off because the Japanese carry trade and U.S. recession fears and Iran and all that stuff to Friday. Iran's chilled out. The Japan carry trade finished. Bank of Japan backed off. Interest rate hikes. JP Morgan says most of that's been flushed out anyway. And here we go. Jobs data in the U.S. doing okay. Love it. Love it. Absolute craziness in the markets this week. Crypto, man. Crypto. Anyway, awesome stuff. Alex Kruger saying unemployment payroll data is the new CPI. It's true. Look at how much we used to value CPI. Now inflation's basically taken care of. As long as there's no war in the Middle East, then inflation will go back up. But now, of course, it's all about the unemployment. That's what everyone's watching now. Will we see unemployment start to spike like crazy? Or will it cool down? Big spike in unemployment raises recession fears, all that kind of stuff. He goes on to say one thing to note when it comes to unemployment-related data, some of the time series comes in absolute values, more specifically non-farm payrolls, initial claims, and continuing claims. The labor force in the USA is 3% larger than it was pre-pandemic, partially due to very high immigration. So when you see people comparing these times to pre-pandemic values and using this analysis to either get panicky or excited, ignore them. As for historical analysis, these time series need adjusting. If you want to keep it simple, then simply focusing on how data comes in versus expectations. Very, 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 very interesting. Madi says, what if we put in a lower high below 69K and then it reverses down again? Max pain in the markets, man. Holy cow. Oh, would we be so surprised? No, the markets love doing that kind of stuff. Alex Trigger also saying the market crash triggered by last week's unemployment and payroll data has now fully reversed after today's weekly jobless claims data. Price action and new jobs data confirm what I suspected, that the whole equities market had a crypto-style leverage flush out, driven mostly by positioning, narrative, and mass hysteria, not as much by fundamentals. There's a reason the Fed makes emphasis on making no decisions on single data points. Payroll data can be very noisy. Yet last Friday, much of the market went on a crazy rampage calling for a policy mistake and emergency rate cuts. Interesting. Very, very interesting. S&P 500 today, by the way, closed the daily above the 100-day EMA. Right now, right at the control line here on the RSI. Interesting place to be. Obviously, we want to see retaking of the 50-day EMA momentum come back into the market. 6.5% away from previous highs, 7% away from making a new high. Civil war starting here in the UK, says A9. I hope not, man. Just can't we just chill out? Jeez Louise. Anyway. Stock market today having its best day in a year. S&P 500 up 2.25%. Very exciting. Very exciting, guys. And then Donald, come on, don't rain on our parade, bro. Donald Trump says we are close to a Great Depression, a 1929 style crash. Come on, man. Come on, Don. Don't be so glum, man. Don't rain on our parade. Holy cow. Anyway. As we've discussed at length around here, there is that theory that we either top later this year or perhaps in like Q1. Doesn't mean we don't get a second top at some point later, but because of all the economic stuff, blah, 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 It's interesting. Don't know. We'll see. I know that people have been calling. I feel like people have been calling for a new Great Depression since I can remember being a kid. Okay. It's always one crisis away, next crisis around the corner. Sometimes there are big crises, right? Look at the dot-com bubble. I mean, it took years to recover from that for the stock markets. 2008 was relatively quick by comparison. It was only a few years of down markets, right? So look, there will be a time of reckoning again. They always come. Only question is when the next big one's going to be, which when we start seeing markets really pumping again, remember, guys, take some profits, okay? Don't be like old El Larco here and not have a strong cash position when shit hits the fan, okay? Okay. All right, let's do a quick shout out to today's sponsor, guys, which is Apex Pro. So if you want to be doing some on-chain trading, then you should check them out. So if you want a reliable, decentralized exchange for these turbulent times in the markets, Apex Pro is the spot. This is Bybit's official decentralized exchange partner, completely permissionless, non-custodial, non-KYC, because it's on chain, right? Decentralized exchange. It ranks among the top decentralized exchanges by daily active users and volumes. And as centralized exchanges, of course, face increasing problems in places like the UK, the USA, Canada, Europe, and beyond, it's clear that decentralized exchanges, they are the future for seamless trading. Apex was founded to address all those challenges and more, ensuring secure, unrestricted trading for anyone, anywhere. Joining Apex is simple. Again, no KYC. All you have to do, connect your wallet. Right now, Apex is also having a huge promotion, which you might want to go check out. They're giving away $50,000 USDT and an allocation for their new meme token launching on Solana called Kong. All you have to do, sign up, start trading. That is running now until August 15th, by the way. So they're giving away 2.75 billion Kong tokens. And all registered participants, you do have to register. So sign up using the link in the description, then go click and register for the event, okay? So make sure you do that. 2 steps. But all registered participants are eligible for the Kong airdrop. The more you trade, the more volume you do, the higher your score, the more airdrop you get, okay? So check it out. Link in the description where you can find out more about Apex, or just go ahead and get signed up today and take part in that sweet, sweet airdrop, okay? Thanks again to Apex for sponsoring today's stream. So Kodo777 says, do you regret selling? No, because, and I know it's really easy to want to like, well, blah, 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 blah. You ruined lives to buy the dip. You panicked, blah, 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 blah. Look, here's the thing, man. I know it's easy to criticize, right? But I have to own my own mistake. And the mistake was not selling then. The mistake was before that. The mistake was taking on too much debt, right? Versus my primary collateral, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can criticize me all day for having to do what I did, okay? But, you know, at the end of the day, it was the lesser of two evils, right? Take a smaller haircut on my total portfolio. And guys, I swear, I see some of these comments. You guys are acting like I sold my entire portfolio. I'm giving them on crypto forever. Like, it's absolutely not the case, right? I had to take a haircut on my portfolio in order to make sure I didn't have portfolio devastation. You understand that, right? This is not because I gave up on crypto or I was like, it's going to go to zero, man. I was like, crap. Prices are getting way too close to my liquidation points on these big amounts of my collateral. And it's either I take the hard choice now and wind some of this shit down or not, right? I mean, what would you have done? Would you have taken a small haircut or risked losing a large percentage of your portfolio, much larger percentage of your portfolio versus what you had to sell down in order to make sure it didn't happen, right? Not an easy call. Sucks to have to do it when I did it. Should have managed my risk better, right? I can own all those mistakes. Here we go. We show up every day, right? We talk about these things. Learn from my mistakes, right? You can criticize me all you want. It's part of being a public-facing person, by all means, right? So at the end of the day, was a terrible time to have to do it. Wasn't the end of the world. Some of these coins were like massively in profit. Like I sold my injective position. That was 20x in profit or something like that. So oh no, let me go cry me a river here. I could have made more money on it by managing that better, taking more profits earlier in the year when altcoins were pumping more, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, all these things, of course, right? But sometimes markets will do crazier things than you can expect, and you're forced into tough positions. And at the end of the day, it was the right call. It was a tough call, but it was the right call. I don't regret it. What I do regret, to the extent that I worry about regretting things, and I don't very much, was actually getting myself in that position in the first place, not having to correct the position. Okay. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, guys. We can talk about it all you want. Lark was spreading FUD by selling his stuff. I was not trying to spread FUD, man. I was trying to protect my portfolio. Okay. Things happen. All right. It's not all perfect out here. And this is the thing, too. We can talk more about this in the second half of the stream, guys. I don't want to get too deep into this now. You can ask more questions about it later. But one thing to keep in mind, too, is every single investor makes mistakes. Every single investor. I was reading about Ray Dalio, not to compare myself, obviously, but just for perspective, right? Ray Dalio basically blew up a Bridgewater completely, and he went down to basically being like him as the only employee, from going like massive fame to blowing it up completely and going back up. You don't want to blow yourself up completely, right? Manage that risk. Better to take a small hit and not blow up massively, right? Here's the thing. Well, I got a secret to let you guys in on. A lot of the other influencers, content creators, whatever you want to call them in the space, they screw up too, man. They don't share it with you. They don't share when they get blown up for hundreds of thousands of dollars on leverage. They'll tell you when they win, but they're not going to tell you when they lose. It's the gambler's mentality, right? I remember my grandma, shout out grandma, but she would always tell me when she won at, where'd she go gambling? Somewhere in New Jersey, wasn't it? She'd go over to New Jersey, Atlantic City. Yeah, she'd go to Atlantic City gambling. And she would always tell me when she won, but she never told me how much she lost. Right? There's a lesson there, guys. I'm just trying to be honest with you, trying to share the things that I do, win or lose, right? We want to win. I want you guys to win. I celebrate all your victories all the time, okay? Sometimes you have to make hard decisions around here. It's not great, but shit happens. You live to fight another day. It's all good, right? Had I had cash, man, I would have gone in hard. But I didn't have cash. I had debt and problems, so I had to solve those, unfortunately. Now the portfolio is in a much better position. I'm stress-free. It's all good, right? So we do have a little bit of loan still, but I have enough cash that I can cover those loans in the event that the market turns way more irrational, right? I can remain solvent now. And that was not the case a few days ago. So I'm fine. Like I said, the regret was not selling. The regret was getting myself into the shit in the first place. So, greed gets the best of all of us, guys. None of us do it perfect 100% of the time. It's not how it works. Anyway, gosh darn it. We're going to talk about this more in the second half of the stream if you guys want to. Right. Let's go ahead and look at the price of Bitcoin. Now, this is exciting news. Okay. Let's get over it. Let's move on. So the price of Bitcoin, man, look at this daily candle. The fook is this. This is just unfreaking believable. What a daily candle is that? I'm blown away. That is just insane, intense reversal in the market. The volatility of these crypto markets, man, is just, I love it. You love to see it too. Look at this. We have daily candle going from 55K all the way up to 62K. Now, the candle did stop at the 50 and 100-day EMAs. Okay. So look at this. Very interesting place. Very interesting place for the price to stop out. Not saying it's where it's going to stop completely, but it's an interesting place for it to take a breather. We did retake the 200-day EMA. Let's watch over the next few days. Can we stay above the 200-day EMA? Okay, let's hope it's not just a temporary fake out. Let's hope we can stay above the 200-day EMA, build some strength here, getting very close to a MACD bull cross. So if we get the MACD bull cross and we can stay above the 200-day EMA, that looks very interesting in terms of potentially running back up to, put in another higher low. No, I hope not. I mean, how frustrating would it be? I mean, I think everybody would rightfully lose their freaking minds if all we did was just blast up and come to here and then go back down. That would be hilarious. No, but I think maybe we can finally get a test. As long as equity markets don't roll over and screw us, maybe we finally get a test. here back up to 72K. If we break over this level, I think that becomes very, very significant. So what we really want to see is the move from here up over 68K. Then we challenge 72K. Then we can start talking about, are we really going to see this happen where we run to new all-time highs by the end of the year? Let's watch. Let's watch. Very exciting price moves today, regardless of where we go next, okay? Let's take a look here at the Bitcoin ETF data. The data. It's data, okay, not data. 37 million inflows so far. Grayscale continuing to bled a huge amount of its supply. Look at this, though. BlackRock numbers not coming yet. They'll probably be positive. BlackRock, man, like champs. Look at that. Earlier this week, they didn't sell shit. They just held. Fidelity sold down quite a bit. BlackRock, no. BlackRock's a different breed. The people that got investing, right? So, very interesting. BlackRock continuing to accumulate or simply not sell on the lows. 17 billion total inflows for Bitcoin ETF products so far. Big stuff. Eric Balcoon is saying Bitcoin ETFs back to inflows on Wednesday after 2 days, very mild outflows, representing just 0.5% of total assets under management, meaning 99.9% of the money hung tough in the face of a 14% Monday and minus 21% week. IBIT saw no money leaving at all. Totally crazy stuff here, guys. We also have big movement on Bitcoin ETF options, which look like they could be coming soon, bringing more liquidity into the Bitcoin ETF markets, I think, overall. Have a look at this one. This is an interesting one. Coach K shared this. So, are we going to get a repeat? Is it just history repeating again and again and again and again and again? Think about that. 2015-16, look what happened. Blammo. 21, 2020, 21, same thing, right? Jesse, we haven't, I don't think Tyler's updated the portfolio to the new things we've cut and stuff, but check back at the weekend, guys. If you want to see portfolio updates, I think we'll update that tomorrow, probably. So I don't update the website. I pass the notes off. The editor updates the website, but I think those should be live tomorrow for anybody who wants to see them. But will we see a similar situation now that we've had this very, very similar looking pattern play out? Interesting. We'll see. This is a crazy chart too. I'll take myself off here so you can see it, but this is a wild looking chart. Look at this. Smart money buying more. New wallets with over 1,000 Bitcoin, including spot ETFs, custodial wallets, excluding exchanges and miners. Very interesting. Huge move higher. Lots of people are getting into Bitcoin. Big money people are getting into Bitcoin. Of course, as exciting as Bitcoin is, nothing's like Solana, man. Holy cow. Nothing's like Solana. Look at this beast. Look at this beast. From 110 up to 163 or something today, retaking all of the key moving averages so far. All right, that's nice. Solana is continuing to prove it's one of the strongest assets of the cycle. ETH. Gosh darn it. Ethereum, come on, man. What is this? Hey, at least we're not oversold on the RSI anymore. And we did have a nice little pump today for Ethereum, but Ethereum has just been, come on, man. Look how far it is still below the 200-day EMA. Ethereum, come on. One of these days it will start doing something again. My thinking currently is putting probably about a quarter of my Ethereum into a sell order around about probably $4,800. I'm thinking I've got a little bit that I bought higher prices than now, but I put that in a sell order for $4,800 as well. But maybe it's time to take a little bit of money off the table from the Ethereum. You know, it's been a rough ride for Ethereum comparatively to Solana, which has been so strong this cycle. Maybe Ethereum needs better narratives or whatever. And look, those ETFs are definitely going to have an impact at some point. All right. So the ETF outflows have slowed down to a dramatic degree. Let's go ahead and update for today's numbers here. Look at this. So look, first day of Grayscale, $484 million. Today, $20 million. Look at the rate of decline of outflow from Grayscale's products. Okay. Look at this. This is crazy, man. So declining sell pressure for these ETF products. Now all we need is frickin' BlackRock buyers to start gobbling it up and things are going to take off. Look, Ethereum got hit extra hard compared to Bitcoin and Solana. Bitcoin didn't have jump crypto selling it down, nor did Solana. But what Ethereum did, they had 500 million, maybe more, huge amounts of Ethereum dumped into the weakness of the market by jump crypto. So it's pretty crazy. Now, real quick, Memecoin updates. Let's go. This is funny, by the way. Based on my timeline, Ethereum starting to feel like Solana December 2022. It's a picture of Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin there with, probably a bottle in his pocket or something. But man, it's funny. So many people saying base season's over. Base season's just getting started, man. My base memes. Let's go. I've got a lot of money in base memes, not Solana memes so much. I've got smoking chicken fish. Okay, we're big brothers around here. Okay, the Marlboros stay cool. Don't smoke, kids. It's just a funny meme of a chicken with a fish stuck in its head, smoking a cigarette. What are you gonna do? But that's really my only like Solana meme that I've got any sort of real value in. And then mostly it is base memes. Brett, big position in Brett. Benji, Miggles, and I've got Puff as well. Puff's on Mantle. I've been thinking it's time to take profits on that. I feel like it's coming to the end of its thing, and we're gonna start probably taking money on that in the next week or two. Current thoughts. Anyway. Okay, memes. Mando sharing. This year has been a meme coin super cycle. Yeah, they're high risk, but I've made millions off of memes. Eventually, funds from memes will flow into other sectors like AI, real-world assets, and DeFi, but not yet. Murad says, if you're locked in, you research, identify top cult memes, buy and hold. If you're not locked in, you gamble on new launches, rotate, and get rugged and complain. This was some new meme coin that launched today that... there was some rumor and they got some influencers on board, whatever. There's some rumor this was like going to be Donald Trump's meme coin. As you can see, it went very quick, went up to, I think, $150 million market cap within 4 hours or something. And then Eric, I think, was it Eric? Somebody. Yeah, Eric Trump came out and said, no, this is not our meme coin. Stop scamming everybody. And of course, that's what happened. It went to zero. Gone. Crazy out there, guys. Down 99% in seconds. Absolutely nuts. But Eric Trump did say that they're big fans of crypto and that they're going to be doing some kind of crypto project in the not so distant future. But it's not going to be a meme coin. It's going to be some kind of, I don't know, DeFi thing or whatever. I don't know. But they got something coming. So keep an eye out. Here's some perspective for you, too. If you want to keep fading meme coins, all meme coins are dumb. Nobody cares about them, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Daily trading volumes across all pairs. Of course, Tether's number one, $58 billion. Bitcoin 2, $42 billion. Ethereum, $22 billion. USDC, another stable coin. Solana, $6.5 billion. XRP, shout out again to the XRP family for winning your court case against the SEC. Ripple fought the good fight. They won. Hats off to those guys. XRP, $5 billion. TON, $1.4 billion. And down positions 9 and 10. Meme coins. 2 of the 10 coins by volume, Pepe and Dog with Hat. If you're still fading meme coins completely, look, I understand not wanting to play the games because you look and see how much bullshit there is, right? It's hard to find quote unquote good meme coins. And of course, I think that all meme coins are going to go basically to go to zero, down 99% anyway in the bear market, but we're not there yet. Okay. We're not there yet. But just, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, real quick, if you want to get signed up to the newsletter, you're not signed up yet, check it out. We got 140,000 people a week reading this bad boy. We share way more information there than we share here. Meme coins, altcoins, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Link in the description. Our readers love it. I'm sure you will too. Go check it out. So let's hydrate. It's hydrate time, guys. Time to hydrate. Time to talk. What do you guys want to talk about today? Lark with Hat. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Mickey says, bad thing is I can't tell what's shite or not. We've done a few videos, and there's definitely some on-chain metrics that you can look at that help to understand what does or does not have potential. But a lot of it's really, a big part comes down to looking at the communities behind it. Like, are there enough people supporting it and excited about it that it's going to actually work out? And you take huge risks getting into new meme coins. And I tend to stay away from, I've got a buddy and he shared with me some new meme coin the other day. He's like, oh, whatever, I'll put a few $1,000 in, maybe, it'd be a laugh, whatever. And basically straight to zero. Yeah, that's new meme coins for you. I much prefer to wait a little bit and see what happens, right? I'd rather buy a meme coin at a $100 million market cap once it's kind of established something behind it versus trying to gamble on it at $1 million market cap when it just goes to zero. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Lark, what about your Moonbeam? Did you sell it? Kyle, I have not sold it yet, but I am considering selling it. So I've been looking at some of my coins, which have kind of been underperforming the market, if we're going to be honest here, right? And thinking, I don't know. I like Moonbeam. I like what they do. And they've been getting some traction. I was looking at some of the on-chain data yesterday and total number of daily transactions and all that kind of stuff. They're doing okay, right? But I was thinking, like, I've got 21, I think, altcoins right now, not counting all my sort of seed investments, but 21 altcoins. So I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and then 21 altcoins after that. And that's way too many, man. It's way too many. And I've sold, as you guys obviously know, we sold a few of those the other day. Still way too many. And I need to get that number down. I think I would probably do much better off having like 10 altcoins versus 20 altcoins. So what gets cut? Yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Lark, any idea why Jupiter keeps struggling to go back over $1 and the rest of the Solana ecosystem is blasting? Sometimes it's just the way it is, man. I still think Solana is a great, Jupiter's a great asset. Got a huge bag of it. It's staking currently. Hopefully we get that nice season 2 airdrop. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I don't know why price has been struggling recently. It probably won't last. That price struggle won't last forever. At some point, the market's going to wake up and go, hey, all that meme coin degeneracy we do? Yeah, a lot of that happens over on Jupiter there. Maybe it's worth something. And of course, did it get to the top 3 volumes of decentralized exchange perpetual swap trading today? I think I saw that somewhere. Like, Jupiter's a wildly bullish protocol. And I think that the Jupe asset captures enough value to pay attention to. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Holding the bag. Maybe we'll take some profit at $5, take some more profits at $10, and let's keep a moon bag, see if we can ever get 20. Is now a good time to buy Brett? Well, I can't tell you what to do with your money, obviously, right? But Brett, big fan of Brett. Top meme coin on base, $1 billion market cap. I mean, it's an interesting one. I think you've got a very strong community, cult following, all that stuff behind it. I did just put in a sell order today, though, for some Brett at around 20 cents. So it's for about a quarter of my bag. It's like, it's time to take some profits on this thing. We're a nice profit currently. We'll try to take some more profits on it later, then save the other, 75% of the bag or whatever for higher price. And we'll put another sell order to $1 or something like that. And then think then if like, do I just want to sell the whole thing, or we're going to wait for deca billions? We'll sell the rest at 20 billion market cap or something. Will it go that crazy? I don't know. I think it's going to largely depend on market conditions versus just, random price numbers and pulling out of my butt here. But remember, profits must be taken on these things, guys. Have you seen the Benji pump? Yeah, I saw that. Benji's looking pretty good today, man. I mean, big Benji fan, marketing ambassador, by the way. But the dog of base, man. It's the dog of base. It's crazy to think that it's crazy to think that base memes have not priced higher. I think now we have multiple memes on Solana over $1 billion market cap. And certainly we have more memes on base with multi-$100 million market caps compared to base. But I feel like those base meme coins, at some point, they're going to see a big repricing. When that is, it's a great question. But like I said, I've got most of my meme coin bags are base meme coins. I think that base thesis will play out. So we'll see. I appreciate you reminding us to have a cash position for necessities before the bottom possibly falls out. I was spread too thin, unprecedented times. Don't stop. Yep, it's important to have a cash position, man. You sleep better at night. It's 2 balls to the wall. You know, it's interesting. I was looking at Warren Buffett. He sold half his Apple stock the other day, and people are like, "It's the end." Warren knows something. Maybe he does. So he's not saying that if that's the case, but my guess is that he was looking at them kind of being balls to the wall for, imagine Warren Buffett's balls. So anyway, don't imagine, just stop. That we don't need to go down that route, Lark. Okay, look, 50% of Berkshire Hathaway's total stock portfolio was just Apple. So they rebalanced, took profits on a massively profitable position and put the money somewhere else. Makes sense, right? So it's always good to have cash on hand. It's always good to rebalance. Obviously, you want to try to do that when in massive profits, not at inopportune times, Lark. Anyway, but yeah, having cash on hand can feel pretty good, guys. And this is all just in crypto, by the way, obviously money in the bank and stuff like that. But I try to look at my crypto investments as just a unique thing, right? I don't involve my stocks in my crypto stuff. I don't involve my gold holding. And it just, crypto's where it is, man. It needs to be its own sort of just siloed money creation vehicle. And when money's good, you can open up the silo, take some money out, put it somewhere else. But it's its own little beast. And it doesn't touch the rest of the stuff for a reason, because crypto's crazy, man. Wolf on ETH will follow Pepe and Brett. No, what you're talking about. I never got around to. I don't think we ever got around to doing a research report on. I think we were planning on, but so many meme coins are coming out. But yeah, definitely the boys club sort of Matt Fury meta has been pretty real this cycle. So, Lark, did you see her? Yeah. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the new Tucker Carlson, it's pretty funny. The meme coin news program, whatever. Yeah, I got a cameo on there. They also had they had George on there and Ran and the Bankless Boys, and it's pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I liked it. Warren Buffett also holds more treasury bills than the Fed. It's pretty crazy to think about, isn't it? Berkshire Hathaway is such a beast. Compound Finance got hacked a few weeks ago. I don't think it got hacked. There was, let's say, a governance attack, not a hack. So basically, one of the biggest holders of Compound Finance went into the governance proposal and voted to give himself a giant pile of money and paid out tokens, of course, which everybody else said, well, how dare you do that? Like, well, why does anybody else show up and vote then? I don't think even the founder of Compound, the Compound team, voted against the guy because no one's paying attention to governance because nobody cares about on-chain governance, man. Anyway, how about Nairo on ETH? Definitely on the radar. I've got Jesse digging into it. We're going to look at the on-chain stuff and see what we come back with. I'll share with you guys here if I decide to pull the trigger on that or not, depending on what we find. But certainly it's getting a lot of attention right now. And, we'll see how much that maintains. But certainly right now it's getting a lot of attention. I vote to give myself a Lambo. It's basically what this guy did on Compound Finance. Lark, could you give an update on EMC, Edge Matrix Computing? It's hit so hard. Good time to buy now. Look, I know the team's got some pretty big updates coming. It's been savaged. And look, I haven't sold a single EMC. I'm just holding it all. Just raw dog in the bag, man. But gosh darn it, it's been tough, hasn't it? Just look, altcoins have all been savaged. I told you guys, I think yesterday, I was looking at my dot bags and like, gosh damn it, like it's literally back at the price I bought it for in 2021. Come on, man. Anyway, EMC in particular, I mean, it always felt like a sort of high risk, high reward bet. Well, it's just been high risk so far. I'm waiting for the high reward part to come in. But look, if AI coins can start making a comeback, then it's got some real potential, right? Because their team is working hard to do stuff, right? Is it too little too late? Can they pull it back from the point of oblivion where it's been recently? I hope so. Again, teams out there trying to get things done, partnerships and all that stuff that are probably going to be, we'll see some of those things coming to fruition in the near future. But yeah, hold my bags, and it's either going to go to zero or more. I hope more. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. It's an R-rated episode. Buffs balls, raw dog. What else can we squeeze in there? I guess we start talking about avalanche meme coins, huh? A little bit cocking you. It's French, guys. That's the rooster. Okay, come on. We're serious around here. Raw dog. I'm actually surprised no one's launched a meme coin called Raw Dog yet. They probably have. I'm not aware of it, but that would be a funny one. Like, legitimately. Okay. Lark, what's your 2 cents on liquid staking tokens on Solana via Sanctum? Look, it can be an interesting way to earn yield. I had 10 Solana or something like that in Sanctum to farm the airdrop. I think did I get $100? I feel like I must have got $100. Maybe it wasn't quite that much. I don't know. Something. I got some coins. I sold them. Yippee doo. Other than that, they're useful products. Liquid staking tokens can be very useful products. And I think that we're seeing, I saw somebody today saying, who even uses anything on Solana except for just gambling on meme coins all the time? Actually, there's a lot of stuff going on Solana, and Solana is a pretty exciting ecosystem. It's just that the liquidity and attention is largely being sucked up by the meme coin casino right now. But if you actually look beyond that, there's really cool DeFi stuff. There's Meteora, there's Sanctum, Jupiter, right? Radium, lots of cool stuff going on. There's a lot of cool games that are being built on Solana, things like Star Atlas, right? Others as well. So, definitely things happening on Solana. It's just that, everybody's kind of in one place right now, largely, but doesn't mean there's not cool stuff happening. Dab coin for stoners. It's funny. My dad lives on an Indian reservation in upstate New York. And when I was growing up in America back in the day, long time ago, haven't lived in America for a very long time, not American anymore, just Kiwi. But anyway, back in the day, growing up in America, trying to go out and score a bag of the green stuff, it's always so sketchy. I remember one time this dude that I hung out with back in the day, we went with one of his buddies who was kind of sketchy, and went to pick up some bags, and which is like the sketchiest pickup ever. Like, we had to hide in the back of his truck under a blanket, and the dude came out with a flashlight looking to see if anybody was there because he's so paranoid. And then I go to my dad's recently, and now on the reservation, it's just sold it's a tiny reservation city, 5,000 people or something. There must be 200 weed shops there now. It's crazy. Anyway, I don't smoke. Haven't in a very long time, but just thought it was pretty funny. Reminded me of that. Anyway, we'll do 1 or 2 more here, guys, and we'll finish up for today. Could you talk about MixMob and Alumia? Alumia, I've sold for a disgusting loss. Should have just sold it back when it had its pump earlier this year. MixMob, though, I'm holding on to. I think that Pavel and the team you know, once things start happening and people start paying attention to games again on Solana, I think it's got some nice potential then. So I've got all my MXM tokens currently in the staking contract. They're chilling there. We'll see what happens. It's either going to go to zero. It's not super far away from that right now. It's either going to go to zero or pump up and, you know, make me six figures. It'll be great. That'll be great. All right. Oh my gosh. Of course, there's a raw dog on Solana. Why am I not surprised? 0x protocol, man. I've literally not thought about that in years. Do you like PNG? Pangolin. Pangolin. Cute animals, by the way. Pangolin and Benchi, or the Chi coin. They're, you know, big AVAX DeFi protocols. My sort of really only AVAX play, and I think technically I've got, is it staked on AVAX right now, or I think it's staked on Arbitrum right now, is Trader Joe. Right? Trader Joe's been solid, just printing USDC every single week, like boom, great, I love it. No particular opinion on Pangolin, but I think the AVAX ecosystem has definitely been doing all the right stuff, and it's probably one of the stronger ecosystems out there. I mean, I see a lot more people talking about Avalanche than like Stellar Lumens or even Cardano. Unfortunately, most of the time, no shade, Cardano holders, I want you guys to make money, okay? But the reality is, maybe I'm in my own echo bubble, I don't know, but I feel like most of the time when I hear Cardano being talked about, it's not necessarily in a positive light. Let's put it that way. Or it's opposite with AVAX. Usually people are talking about all the cool stuff being built on AVAX, and people are really excited about it. And look, I've got AVAX bags. I'm excited about my AVAX bags. In fact, I've been thinking about consolidating some of my other coins that because again, 20 altcoins is just too damn much. I had, I don't know, 30 a week ago. And now I still have 21 of them or whatever. And it's too much, man. It's too much. It's too much to think about all the time. So I've got to think about consolidating that down more. So I consolidate some other things into AVAX. Doesn't have to run that hard. If AVAX can run from $20 to $200, yo, we're doing okay, man. We're doing okay in that situation. Can you look at Litecoin? No, Litecoin. No. I'm just not excited about Litecoin at all. I'm sorry, guys. No shade. Again, I want you guys to make money on that Litecoin. Thoughts on BSV? Get out of here, man. What are you talking? Thoughts on BSV? Isn't that thing at like zero by now? Oh my gosh. They like Craig Wright literally had to come out and like sign a statement and post on his social media like, I am not Satoshi, guys. It's all been bullshit, blah, blah, blah. BSV should be at zero. If it's not at zero already, my goodness gracious, what's wrong with this market? Anyway, I don't stake because I'm paranoid. Can understand that. Rugby fan at all? No, not a rugby fan. I guess because I moved here when I was a teenager, I didn't really grow up playing rugby. In terms of playing sports, I'm more of a fan of like basketball or tennis or something like that. Yeah. You get the best deals at the reservation. That's right, man. Cheap gas, cheap weed. Wait, so you think Solana is going to go up long term? I think Solana has proven itself to be one of the strongest coins of the cycle, so I wouldn't fade it. I don't personally have any. I guess, does that mean fading it? I don't know. I wouldn't fade it personally as a general idea. That's why I have exposure to the Solana ecosystem via stuff like Jupiter, which I think could be a strong beta play. Or maybe, you know what, maybe it's not going to be in a beta play. Maybe it'll just go up just as much as Solana does, but that's okay too, because it'll be worth $5 to $10 and I'll sell it and it'll be fantastic. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I got some great videos coming for you over the weekend. We're diving into what the heck the yield curve is, if it's something to even worry about. I've got a video on reasons to be bullish in the market. Okay, I know it's been a crazy week, but we also have some pretty crazy stuff going on. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back for next live stream on Monday, Sunday night for you guys in the States or Europe. Monday morning for the Aussies. We'll see you then. Peace.